Welcome to the design of structure. We are going to start a new chapter. Axially loaded column. It's also called compression member or structural element. Column and pedestal. Types of column. Requirement of reinforcement for columns. Minimum eccentricity in column. Assumption in design of compression member. Axially loaded short column with helical reinforcement example and exercise. Now what is column and pedestal? First column, if for a compression member, effective length greater than 3 into least lateral dimension, it is called column. Normally, column are subjected to axial compressive force. Sometimes column may be it is cut out, but something moment about one or both the axis causes causes of moment in column. First, gravity load, wind load, earthquake load, and resisted by monolithic beam or slab. Strength strength of column depend upon first strength of material. It includes steel and concrete. Second, shape, size, and cross section of column, length, and restraint. Pedestal. If for a compression member, effective length less than 3 into least lateral dimension, it is called pedestal. Pedestal is designed as compression block without reinforcement. Minimum reinforcement is provided as per IS 4 provision. There is some types of column available. First, as per shape, as per bracing, as per lateral and longitudinal reinforcement, as per length. In this, as per shape, square, rectangular, circular, T shape, L shape, swastik, etc. દરેક પર્ટિક્યુલર સાઇઝના કોલમ પર્ટિક્યુલર જગ્યા પર જરૂરિયાતના હિસાબે વાપરવામાં આવે છે જેનાથી ઇઝીલી લોડ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન ફાઉન્ડેશન સુધી કરી શકાય અને ઉપરના લોડને ઉપરના એલિમેન્ટને આરામથી ટકાવી શકાય. As per bracing, brace column, unbraced column. હવે આવે છે long column, also called slender column. For column, if LE by D greater than 12 and LE by B greater than 12, the column is called long column, where D is equal to depth, LE is equal to effective length of column, B is equal to width. IS 456 2000 page number 41. Long column fail by material failure and buckling together, but buckling effect is dominant, secondary moment is higher, in which P is equal to axial force, M is equal to moment, delta is equal to buckling of column. It is also called P delta effect, in which M1 is equal to P into delta, secondary moment. Now, same as short column. For column less or equal to 12 and LE divided by B less or equal to 12, column is called short column. For circular column, D is equal to B is equal to diameter of the column. કોલમમાં જનરલી reinforcement requirement પહેલાથી નક્કી કરવામાં આવે છે એના પછી કોલમની ડિઝાઇન કરવામાં આવે છે જેથી કોલમ શેપ બની શકે અને એની પ્રોપર ડિઝાઇન થાય. આનું બીજું રીઝન એવું પણ છે કોલમ એ બિલ્ડિંગનો બહુ જ મહત્વનો પાર્ટ છે જેનાથી આખી બિલ્ડિંગનું અસ્તિત્વ છે. તો આપણે જોઈ લઈએ. For longitudinal reinforcement, the cross-section area of longitudinal reinforcement shall not be less than 0.8 percentage, so shall not be more than 6 percentage. The column cross-section area માટે longitudinal reinforcement બારના percentage of steel 0.8 થી 0.6 ની વચ્ચે હોવા જોઈએ. ના એના કરતા વધારે ના એના કરતા ઓછી. For the cross-sectional area of the column. Second point, the minimum number of longitudinal bars shall be 4 in rectangular column and 6 in circular column. The bar shall not be less than 12 diameter bar. Spacing of longitudinal bar. Measure along the periphery of the column shall not exceed 300 mm. A reinforced concrete column having helical reinforcement shall have at least 6 bar of longitudinal bars. For lateral ties, pitch. The vertical distance between two consecutive ties in column is called pitch. The pitch of transverse reinforcement shall be not more than the least of the following. First, the least lateral diameter of the compression member, 16 times of smaller diameter of the longitudinal bar, and 300 mm. Diameter bar. The polygonal link or lateral tie shall not be less than 1 by 4 the diameter of the largest longitudinal bar, 6 mm, whichever is more. For helical reinforcement, pitch of helical reinforcement shall be not greater or equal to 75 mm, not greater or equal to 1 by 6 into core diameter of the column, but less or equal to not does not equal to 25 mm, does not less or equal to 3 into diameter of helix. Diameter. The diameter of helical reinforcement shall be not less than 1 by 4th diameter of the largest longitudinal bar and 6 mm, whichever is more. Now we are going to study the minimum eccentricity in the column. As per IS 456 page number 42, all columns shall be designed for minimum eccentricity. Assume કોલમ જ્યારે ડિઝાઇન કરતા હોય ત્યારે મિનિમમ એસેન્ટ્રિસિટી એઝ્યુમ કરીને એને ડિઝાઇન કરવામાં આવતી હોય છે. મિનિમમ એસેન્ટ્રિસિટીનું ઇક્વેશન છે મિનિમમ એસેન્ટ્રિસિટી ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ unsupported length of column divided by 500 plus lateral diameter of divided by 30. That's why E minimum is equal to L by 500 plus D by 30. L and D is in a mm. E minimum is greater than 20 mm. This criteria is must be known. There are some assumptions given by IS 456, also available in IS 456 page number 70, are assumed to design a compression member. First, plane section normal to the axis remain plane after bending. The maximum strain in concrete at the outermost compression fiber is taken as 0.0035 in bending. The maximum compressive strain in concrete in axial compression is taken as 0.002. The relationship between the compressive stress distribution in concrete and the strain in concrete may be assumed to be rectangle, trapezoidal, parabola, or any other shape, which results in prediction of strength in sustainable agreement with the result of the test. Fourth, the tensile strength of concrete is ignore. And the last, the maximum compressive strain at the highly compressed extreme fiber is concrete, subject to axial compression and bending, and when there is no tension on the section shall be 0.0035 minimum 0.75 times the strain at the least compressive extreme fiber. Now, short axially loaded column. There is a section. You can see the six number of bar. Here some hook by the stirrups. Strain diagram 0.002, stress diagram 0.446 FCK, PU is equal to PC plus PS, where PU is the axial loaded column, PC is equal to load on concrete, PS the load and steel. That's why P is equal to P by A. It's stress, strain, IS 456 2000 P, page number 71. When minimum eccentricity E minimum is equal to less or equal to 0.05 D. PU is equal to zero point 0.4 FCK into AC plus 0.67 FY into ASC, where PU is equal to axially loaded load on column, area of concrete, ASC is equal to area of longitudinal reinforced column. Now column with helical reinforcement. This topic is covered in our next lecture.